Hey guys, I wanted to share something that I discovered um, while being with heavy energies. And these type of energies, we could call them shame or apathy. They're like the most uncomfortable, densest, heaviest stuff, and it's the stuff we don't like to sit with. We don't like to be in it. We want to be anywhere else, but in the center of our own shame and these, just dense energies. I found that there's something in us, well, there's something in me at least that used to unconsciously resist these energies and would just run from them, really distract from them. And that's still happening to a lesser degree. But it seems now that there's something that's in the body, in the awareness, that's like really wanting to give itself to the heavier energies. That's like, just crush me already. Like that kind of, like there's a deep surrender starting to happen. It's like, it's finally done running from these feelings, from this shame. And it's finally saying, okay, it's like a tidal wave of shame. And it's just like letting it, instead of like fighting out of it, trying to run from it, push it away, say it shouldn't be here. It's finally something in my system recently has just been like, just fucking crush me then. And it's just like this, like, and you'll notice like when you just let these energies just kind of like transform you, and it's like almost like a weight, right? It's like this weight of energy pushing down on you. It can be exhausting. You might just want to like lay in bed. I noticed like there's such a freedom there finally. Like, oh, this is how you meet shame. It's like like this morning I was in bed and I was just like fully embodying shame and just letting myself feel so much of it. And it was so nice to find rest within a huge cloud of shame coming up. To find a place of non-judgment for the apathy that was in my system. It's like there's one explanation you could say that there's so much more light on earth, that consciousness is evolving so fast that it's really pulling up the dense, heavy stuff that's been like in the caverns of our body. I could just feel this stuff, just like, whoa, this is some deep stuff coming up. And I'm getting chills when I say that. Just as like a confirmation, like for me, like, yeah, that feels so real in my body. And to know, like, if you're feeling deep shame, like for a while I've been like, oh my God, have I done something wrong? Like and you might actually be in your life, like events happening might actually be triggering shame. That's been happening for me, for sure. Like I've been getting triggered, like I've been getting some very shame-inducing type of feedback from people here and there that usually doesn't happen. And I'm seeing this all as an orchestration to like, yeah, it's like the light helping to pull up these denser energies from like deep within. And like there's an awareness and a love here that's like somehow meeting it differently. That's not like, for one, running doesn't even provide relief anymore. And that's like a really big sign that your healing journey is really deepening, is that running doesn't provide relief. Another sign is that you're much better at not doing good. Like you could be like, I'm not doing good at all, but I'm way better at not doing good. It's like you have a way different perspective of when you're not doing good, and you meet it a lot differently. Those were things that just came through when I was meditating today, of like just some signs that your healing journey is deepening. But the essence of this video is really that there is, I think now, more of an availability for us to be at ease, to be at rest, and to be one with these denser energies that I don't think, at least for me, I had the capacity to meet them this way as much. I didn't have, something in me just unconsciously refused to surrender. The trauma would take over and just, do whatever it could to escape these heavier energies. Whereas now you might feel in your own life even like you're really, maybe you're cornered, like life is like making you feel this stuff now. And it can feel not fair, it can feel cruel, it can feel, it's like really painful and challenging, and it can bring up all kinds of self-doubt, like, did I do something wrong here? Have I fucked up, I even had those thoughts for the first time in a long time arise, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, what's going on here, And it's not, a voice said, just trust the process. Trust the process. Keep walking forward, keep walking forward. And then this morning's feedback, as I was in that meditation, was really pivotal and helpful. Like, just the feedback of noticing how something here was actually savoring being able to surrender to shame. Savoring being able to just like really let it just like I said, like a tidal wave, just like demolish me, and just like let it happen. Like, these energies, they just want to transform us. They just want to liberate us. They just want to help us cultivate more of a loving, expansive presence. And so it's like, that's what I'm finding is there's this something happening in my space that's able to meet the shame with more love, meaning it's able to just surrender to it and just like, all right, it's like shame, you get all of this body. It's like inner child, you get to feel as much shame in this body as you want, and just embodying the energy, letting it just, for me, it just felt like this dense coming down. And another way you could look at that is just like, it's just a lot of light coming into the fucking animal body, right? It's just a lot of light coming in. That means a lot of density, a lot of darkness has to come up and out. And so we're just seeing a lot of this stuff now. And I was a little hesitant to shoot this video because, it's been a rough ride. But like I said, even when we're not doing good, it's somehow we tend to get a lot better at not doing good. Like, that's the big part of Ascension. It's like, we still have our ups and downs. We still feel like shit a lot. We still go through it. We just get a lot better at doing that. We're like, we're not as much in judgment, and we more just trust it. We trust it. It's like, yeah, this is a transformation. What's happening right now is so fucking huge. And I've even tried to be into a little bit of denial about it and downplay what's happening on Earth. But it's like, it's so obvious, like in my own body. I keep getting, anytime I mention it, I just get chills. So that's just like our guides through me confirming, like, yes, this is huge. You're going through a lot. Trust, trust, trust. Just keep noticing how there's these parts in you that used to not be able to surrender to these energies, how they can now do that, how they want to do that. Something in me just like really wants to like, oh, thank you. Like, yes, we finally are finding this space of freedom with these sensations that we've never felt free within before. We're now free within them. And like, what a gift that is. It's like, oh, I don't have to fear when this feeling arises anymore, because we've done enough work now where we know how to meet it with the loving compassion it needs. We know how to just give ourselves to it and surrender to it and trust that it's completely transforming us for the better. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. And like I said, I wasn't like in the raw mood to hop on and share, but something just said, this is a big breakthrough that you're having, and it might help someone. Like, you might not go hop on and like have your best performance, but it's like, this might help some of you, like at least notice that in your own being. And to know it's okay to surrender to shame. You don't have to, you don't have to have shame for feeling shame, right? If someone or in a situation is shame inducing, you don't have to feel like you're wrong or you're bad because of that. You can just know, like, this is just the light helping to liberate you from these heavier energies. So if you take anything from this video, it's just to trust that if you're feeling heavy, dense energies, that this is a healing movement, that this is a liberating movement, that you are safe, that you are held, and that hopefully this video can help you anchor in the conviction that this is going to work out for your highest good, for Gaia's highest good. And so just like, can we embed that conviction in our nervous system, that when these heavy, denser energies arise, that this is a good thing, that these have been in your body for your whole life, perhaps longer, and that, oh, what a gift. Like, thank God that there's enough light here and enough awareness and enough love that they get to come up and be met by awareness. They get to come up and be alchemized and integrated, and you get to move forward in these avatars without those denser energies holding you down, suffocating you, suffocating your unique, authentic expression. So you get to go forward more as who you are, lighter, with less shame, with less apathy. And I don't want to say less as in they're bad and that they won't come up again. And you get to go forward knowing that if they do come up, this is the greatest gift, I think. You get to go forward knowing that if they do come up, you are free to feel them. You are free within them. You have found a space now that is okay being with these heavier energies, letting them kind of, so to speak, have their way with you without judgment, just feeling through them. And I mean, what a gift that is. Like, what a fucking gift that's been for me. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't have to run. And first of all, I couldn't run this time. Usually there's some relief in running, and there was none this time, and there hasn't been. And that's usually when it's like, we usually don't meet these until we're really forced to, but usually we're not forced to meet these until we have cultivated the love and the compassion to meet them. And it's like these energies, once we can find a freedom within them, it's just like, wow, that's a big doorway. Gosh, when we can get free, when we're feeling massive amounts of shame, that's a big, big doorway into some really true liberation. And it feels good. It like really feels aligned to let those energies, just like I said, kind of crush us. Like, yeah, just, all right, dismantle me, break me. You know, it's like they really, these energies really know how to humble us, and how to empty us out, so that we can be greater conduits for the divine. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So much love to you guys. I appreciate all of you. It is such an honor to walk this path with you, and just to be with you all on earth right now. It's such a special time to be here, and it's like the work we're doing is so massive and so incredible. And, you know, we're all like, just like a deep bow of respect to all of you for doing this with me. And yeah, you guys are all like just badasses, you know, we're all badasses, and it's crazy what we're doing here, what we're alchemizing, what we're transforming for the good of this planet. And yeah, I could just go on and on, but as you can tell, so I'll end it there. So much love to you guys. Have a great night. Namaste.